What's really most inspiring about being a medical oncologist focused on therapeutic development is that I think more so than almost any other therapeutic area or discipline, we really are at the intersection, first between science and medicine, but also all of the stakeholders who are similarly concerned with trying to advance new therapies for cancer patients. So doctors and patients, of course, at the core of an academic medical center, but also our engagement with biotech companies and large companies, pharma companies, venture investors who support biotech companies, regulators who are ultimately setting the bar in terms of establishing that a new therapy is actually improving outcomes for patients. Those constituents are really tightly integrated in cancer. I entered the field in the year 2000 and chose to enter it in somewhere in the mid-1990s or so. And that was a time when molecular insights in terms of how cancer essentially forms itself, so sort of the genetic alterations, the somatic genetic architecture of cancer was beginning to be assembled as a body of knowledge. And my instinct, or my hope in some ways, was that knowledge was going to begin to translate into therapies. And I would say in cancer, we have the most fully integrated, deeply ensconced, scientific community in the therapeutic development process. We now have small molecule targeted therapies that address about half of the cancer population. But when I say address, I don't mean curing their cancers. We still have lots of room for improvement in terms of developing rational combination regimens for that purpose. But the remaining half, we still don't even have a foot in the door. I would say the forum is organized in a way where there's free-flowing discussion in panels, where you get to hear from stakeholders who have been traveling in this sphere for so long that both hearing of their current work and focus, but borrowing from extensive past experience in biomedical research, in translating biomedical research to medicine, it's provocative of then the second part, which is the opportunity for hallway conversation outside of sessions. And this forum has always been really nicely balanced in terms of allowing the opportunity to sort of reflect on fairly extemporaneous discussion that happens on the stage, but then to keep that going in conversation with colleagues of all types outside the sessions.